Theater of the mind.
Theater of the mindset.
Last week on Faith and Fortune, Asher and the team prepared for a final mission to Tonali's Gate, the headquarters of the rest of the Custodia Sanguis. Sahra communed with Aminette one last time before taking on her mother's final task. Luken recovered from his Hand of Change form and pushed Herry to remember that not all of the gods can't be trusted. And Herry told Sahra the story of the Witch of Esterborn, championed Luken to be the change he believes he can be, and petitioned Asher to help make some changes to the government of Venithar. You know, bard stuff.
The roar of the airship gets somehow louder when they open the doors. Immediately upon opening doors, members of the Arcanist squad just jump. They are wearing nothing but their combat robes and armed with wands and spellbooks. You just watch one after the other jump into the open air. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump.
Luken doesn't scream at all.
Yeah.
Dude's got wings.
He's almost,
Dude's got wings.
if not stoic, though, he doesn't quite have like the level of, I'll say, like abandon he's carried with him every other time he's flied. And that's only partially because the last like 3 times he's flied, someone's tried to kill him.
Sahra, they've gifted you a ring of Featherfall that you have been instructed on several occasions, and then several more occasions upon request from you on how to activate. And you know the general range upon which you need to activate. But Luken, you were given nothing.
Yeah, of course.
Below you, you see Tonali's Gate. It is a small settlement. Could not be more than 30 buildings between small huts and large gathering spaces. There are watchtowers on all 4 corners. The only thing that I think surprises you about this location, even given the debriefing, is the quality of everything inside. A remote community like this one shouldn't have a tall, well-maintained gate. It should be a bit more beaten down and sparse for a farming community. And it is very clear as you are plummeting toward it at high speeds that in fact, this is something that has been curated and kept secret for a long time. Ahead of you, the first Arcanists who made the jump begin to be attacked. As you see, magic spells are being fired from each of the watchtowers up into you. I need both of you to give me agility reaction rolls. You're trying to beat a 14.
We said I did rally die as part of that whole fucking thing. Thank you.
Sure, yeah. Good call.
17.
22.
You both just naturally turn your bodies and let the wind carry you out of range as these expel explosions, these magical unfurlings happen where you were seconds before. The first Arcanist touch ground. You were instructed, Sahra, to wait until the last possible minute to activate your Featherfall ring, because once you do, you will slow down, and a slow fall is a target. Go ahead and give me another, Sahra specifically, give me another agility reaction roll to time turning on your Featherfall ring.
14.
You have been counting, I think. Why don't you tell me how Sahra has been keeping track of when she's supposed to turn, knowing that you will successfully do so?
Yeah. So she's, I screamed earlier, but she's looking like a super agent kind of flying through the air now because she just feels like a badass. So she turns the corner, she times it, And in her head, she's counting in 1 Nemosin, 2 Nemosin, 3 Nemosin, 4 Nemosin, 5 Nemosin. So she's counting in Nemosin seconds. And she knows that she has to do it exactly at 45 Nemosin seconds. And she times it out perfectly.
Luken, why don't you describe your descent?
Luken has done this so many times before, and honestly, this is like the smallest amount of fire he's been under the last few times he's landed, so he, while looking up in Sahra and saying, she looks like she's like having fun with this. This is great. Just slowly glides towards the ground, lands on 2 feet, and just runs to slow himself down and close up his wings. A perfect 10 landing like he's done so many times before.
The Arcanists that have landed before you, 3 of them immediately put up a barrier around all of you as arcane barrages slam into the side. Even with the barrier up, the pressure that the missiles being shot at you, hitting the wall, the pressure that creates, you feel it in your bones inside of the barrier. You know that if one of those missiles gets through, it is going to hurt significantly and put the entire plan in jeopardy. They drilled into your head during the briefing that the first 5 minutes are the most crucial part of this. The teleportation circle must go down successfully. What are each of you doing to ensure that happens or participating in the creation of the teleportation circle?
Sahra is going to find a good vantage point where she has something for cover, and she's going to pull out her bow and she's going to start firing at any enemy that she sees.
Yeah, go ahead and shoot.
So that's a 23 with hope.
Yep, that's a success.
8 damage.
You manage to take a pretty significant blow to the cover of one of the guards who's up in a tower and has a pretty large crossbow that they are arcane loading and shooting off missiles at. Luken, what are you doing?
So, is setting up a teleportation circle, right? That's the task right now. Is that something that additional faith would be helpful with?
Yeah.
I pull out the necklace that still has a few faith vials that I pulled from Isarn's neck.
Yeah.
And try and identify somebody who is working on the teleportation circle but still can be talked to.
You actually see an individual who did not fully escape one of the barrages on their way down, and he is struggling with his corner of the teleportation circle. His arm seems to be like numb, or he's really kind of doing this one-handed, and is kind of, you see him panicking as he's trying desperately to get in his portion. He could definitely use some assistance.
Yeah, so based on where we ended the last episode, my understanding is I think I have 3 faith vials.
Yeah.
Does that sound right? Yeah, I run over to him, shove him out of the way, and say, go find somewhere safe, take care of yourself. We're trying to bring people back here. And I pull open that vial of faith. This is not something I'm super familiar with, but I look at this half-completed part of the ritual and try to empty my mind such that I can channel this faith and complete the task.
Yeah. Give me a knowledge check with advantage.
Okay,
because
cool.
you have the faith.
Yeah.
The faith is similar to blood in a primal magic, is cutting a lot of corners for you and helping you achieve this. You need to get a 16.
16, okay. That is a 13, but I'm going to use one of my prayer dice to make it a 16.
You apply this faith, and again, because you're kind of working with raw arcana derived from the faith, you are able to complete the edge of this circle, and the teleportation inscription on the ground locks into place. With that signal, the arcanists who are maintaining the barrier push it outwards. It gives up its wall against the missiles and instead becomes a force wall that they expand outwards. This is your moment to make a dash for it. The protections keeping you safe in the center of this town are gone as the platoons begin to pour in from the teleportation circle. Both of you need to give me an agility check as you make a dash for the nearest building.
Is this a check or a reaction roll?
This is a check. You're trying to beat a 12.
I fail. I got a 10 with fear.
I'm going to use my rally die. Shit. Then I'm also going to use a prayer die, and that gets me to 12, but it's with fear.
It's a long adventuring day, Luken.
Don't want to die early.
What surprises you in this moment is how fast the squadrons pour out of the teleportation circle. You both try to make a run for it, but in doing so, cross paths with a line of soldiers pouring out of the teleportation circle. Sahra, you get knocked to the ground. You don't get hurt from this experience, but you are now cut off from the rest of the extraction team. Luken, you get inside of a building. Soul Guard Merritt Cole, the individual Soul Guard member, part of your extraction team, goes in first, and you hear some quick pops. And when you walk in the door, behind Asher, you see 2 dead bodies on the ground. It looks like quick arcane missiles were fired, and they were immediately taken out by Soul Guard Cole. Asher looks at you, looks at Soul Guard Cole, sees that Sahra is missing in this moment. Soul Guard Cole says, "We don't have time. We have to progress forward."
You guys start. I'm going back for Sahra.
Asher looks at you. That is not how this works.
We can't lose 25% of our team before we've made it through the first building.
Give me a presence roll. Asher is a stalwart guy. He takes an 18 to beat.
Yeah, I'm using bold presence so I can spend a hope to add my strength to this roll.
Okay.
Cracker. It's going to be with fear. It's going to be 12 plus 5, 17.
You see, for a second, Asher considers this and says, "You're putting the mission at risk." And he and Soul Guard Cole break through the back door and continue on, leaving you behind. Sahra, why don't you describe where you are at now and what Luken will find?
So I got pushed to the other end of the line. So I scramble up to my feet and try to find something that I can put my back against so I'm not super exposed out in the middle. And there are platoons like blowing past me. There's people everywhere. It is mass chaos outside, and there, from the arcane missiles, there's debris falling, and so I'm kind of protecting myself, but I'm vulnerable in this moment.
I am still committed to going back for Sahra, so I'm going to try and weave my way through all of this chaos. Do I have a sense of where she, can I have some general ideas.
I will let you make a choice now. You can either A, choose safety, in which you will move through the open field where there is just a crazy amount of chaos happening, prioritizing your life, in which case finding Sahra will be difficult. Or you can prioritize finding Sahra.
I'm prioritizing finding Sahra.
All right, go ahead and give me a instinct roll.
That's more like it. That's with hope. I subbed out my hope die.
Because they were, I feel so much better.
4 straight sub 3 hope die rolls. Yeah, that's going to be like a 25 with hope. Yeah.
You see Sahra kind of leaning up against this knocked over wagon that she has found a way to kind of get her back against, and you make a dash for it. Unfortunately, you are spotted, and so they're going to target you with this magical unfurling. Sahra, you see Luken coming across a small street in your direction, and then he's gone as dirt and arcane shrapnel explodes between the two of you. I need you, Luken, to make a strength or an agility reaction roll. You're trying to beat a 14.
That is a 14 on the dot with strength.
Nice.
If you pass, you can take half damage or mark a stress to take no damage. The damage is 15 magical damage.
I'm going to take the stress and take no damage.
Okay. You leap out of the way, rolling as best you can. Sahra, when the shrapnel and earth finally comes down, Luken is not where he was previously, and he pops up beside you. You two are now together beside the wagon.
You're going the wrong way.
Oh my God, Luken, thank God.
Come with me, Asher and the Soul Guard guy. They're across the field. We're gonna have to be fast, but also don't get yourself hit here.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. I will, on my way back over, I had Beanie gather the guards, the platoon. As I walk in, I'm going to look at Bram and say, station around the Senate. If anyone gets in or out of the building, we're not stopping them, but I want to know exactly who's coming in and out. And if you, Glenn, if you need to do a little strong arming to keep some senators in their offices, I'm fine with that.
Oh, the old dick's ready.
All right. And then as then Herry is walking into his office, says to Beanie, get me on the radio, please.
She goes over, one hand flicks two switches. Anything in particular you looking for?
Razia's station would be great.
Oh, she opens up a side panel, pulls out a couple of cords, plugs them in. We're doing the big stuff today. You're in.
Okay. Am I taking over the radio station right now? Great. Sick.
She mumbles under her breath, Rotinamancy isn't worth it.
What time of day is it? Like noon?
I would say it's like 1, yeah.
Yep. Good afternoon, the people of Venithar, the people of Resinium City. This is Herry Pinch, your senator. The Church of Iracinda has not been releasing the faith of the people to their God, and is instead gathering it for their own power. As Mother Demeris delves into the politics of the Senate to try and ride the winds of change, she is making sure to do it in favor of the religious structures by carving out the same potential oversight that we lack that could have stopped the illegal siphoning of faith that was being used as weapons of violence and destruction last night. I watched on the Hill of Faith as the citizens of Resinium City prayed for healing, only to find that their innate power was taken to wreak more havoc, to burn more buildings. I watched your stolen faith be used to try and burn our city down. We simply cannot, and I will not allow the Senate to be strong-armed by people using the names of their gods and the stolen power of our friends and families. The power of our people belongs to our people. If any individual wants to offer that power, that is their right. If they want to live a life of exploring the natural and innate power beyond the divine, Venithar must be a safe place for them. The gods are being bypassed, my friends. They are receiving your prayers. I ask that you hold them for the next few days, and instead take that energy that you might use to pray, to call your senator, to check on your neighbor, to keep your loved ones safe. All we can guarantee is that we have each other. Be safe, be good. We are all that we have, and that is more than enough.
Beanie gives you a big thumbs up, and she, holy shit!
Herry collapses into his chair.
That was your, don't ever tell me when you're planning on doing something like that.
I'm hoping that never happens.
Do you understand?
We got more work to do.
I'm going to run numbers and find out which areas, if they follow through with this, what kind of hot points are going to exist if we start running low on faith. There are hospitals that depend on that. There are utilities, water systems. These things are going to start to fail if they don't have faith.
Let's call the university.
I'll work on that. You have hours before the vote.
Okay, Herry called his mother to actually send illusionists from the university, or bring illusionists from the university, to show all of the ultraviolet light that has been potentially left, all of the messages, all of the runes of scrying throughout the Senate.
Give me a knowledge roll, flat, representing how they will do on that.
That will be a 17 with hope.
Okay. You don't get that hope.
So it's a reaction roll?
Yeah. I'm just trying to let the dice decide how well they do.
Sure.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not you.
You're fine. And actually, if I add 5 to that with my platoon dice with just intimidation to get them into places, can I just boost that to like 23?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's a great use of platoon dice.
So I'm going to use that platoon dice so that these illusionists can get wherever they need to go with some strong-armed backing, and then Harry's going to go see Connie.
You're going to Connie?
Yeah, and if we want to, that's kind of my next thing.
Okay. You all make your way to the second location. You meet up with Soulguard Cole and Asher, who are currently... Asher is casting a massive spell. You see a hologram of Tonali's gate forming in the air, and it is much larger than it appears. It looks like there's a system completely underground here with double the number of buildings that were above ground. Asher's deep in this spell, this scrying spell. Soulguard Cole sees you come in, immediately draws his wand, assuming you're going to be a threat, sees you both, puts it back. I'm glad you're safe, Sahra.
Yeah, gee, thanks.
He does not bat an eye. His primary goal here is keeping the Incarnate King alive. He does not have another mission. The other Soul Guard are not with him to provide a level of distraction. By keeping a low profile, they've said this is the best way to keep Asher safe. He looks at you and says, all right, we're going to have to make a break for a building 3 doors down from here. It seems to be the nearest entrance into the underground. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Absolutely.
All right, both of you make another agility rolls to cover the distance between the buildings.
Can I spend a hope to use my nothing ventured, nothing gained experience?
Yes.
Okay.
+3. Yep. Still trying to beat that 14.
I got a 16 with fear.
Yeah, I got a 20-something with fear.
Asher completes the spell, the scrying spell that outlines everything. He says, there is something happening here that is preventing the next level of the spell. They must have some type of like arcane dampener or something that's restricting. I can't identify where people are. I can only get an outline of the perimeters. So we're flying a little blind.
Okay.
All right, you both, Soulguard Cole, busts open the door and immediately starts running with Asher short behind, you two following after. I'm going to spend a fear to you both get caught in the crossfire again as you make your dash. Go ahead and give me a agility or strength reaction roll. You're trying to beat a 14.
That is a failure for Luken.
Yeah, that's a failure.
You both take 13 magic damage as the explosion is just too close to Asher, and instinctively he throws up a hand to protect himself as he has been trained as an Arcanist to do, but the deflection blasts it directly at the both of you, and you both take that 13 damage. So for you, it'd be major damage unless you mark your last armor to prevent it to be minor.
Yeah, I'm actually going to mark, it's minor for me, but I'm going to mark it armor to make it nothing.
Okay.
I was going to take it, but I don't know.
You both take this blow and get your armors up to deflect as much of that as you can, and in doing so, keep it pretty quick. Asher turns back and says, "Sorry, I didn't mean to."
Keep going forward. Don't say sorry.
Yeah,
go.
This is not the time for apologize.
You all get to the destination, get inside the building, and a door into a underground staircase has already been opened, leading you to believe that if you go down here, you will not be alone. Asher, Cole, both say, "We gotta go."
Yeah. Is there anything, Asher? Anything you can do to set a trap? Like any spells you can cast to help even the odds once we get down there?
I can set a trap so to make sure no one else comes in after us. At least we know behind us is safe.
That's better than nothing.
Yep. Let's do it.
Great. The three of you need to go first then.
Okay, Sahra is going to make a spellcast roll and is going to summon fireflies to send in forward And if it succeeds, it'll deal some magic damage to any adversaries that are within close range.
And possibly draw their fire so we can see how many shooters there are.
Mm-hmm. It's a 17 with hope.
All right. Is it against my evasion or my difficulty, I assume? Because it doesn't give you a number, right?
Correct.
All right, yeah. Then that is a success.
Okay. So then 14 damage.
Why don't you describe what this looks like?
So these are not the cute romantic fireflies from earlier. These are literal fireflies that are swarming and surrounding the adversaries that they come across, and they like attach and like burn the flesh of the people that they are attacking.
You immediately hear screams down below, and Cole rushes in, fires off a shot, and then gestures for the all clear for you all to come down.
You invented napalm.
In walking down here,
What's napalm?
you find 3 people completely charred, clearly died from your attack, and it looks like Cole merely finished off one more. You did a massive amount of damage in this room. It looks like a pseudo guard room. There's like a table in the center. There are a couple of runes that have been damaged in the top of the ceiling, and aside from that, it's a pretty sterile looking room. There are 2 doors, one directly on the far side and one on the near side to where you are, both of which are closed, but that is kind of the entire room. This is a way station room, kind of a prevention from immediately getting to something important. Asher and Cole kind of look at the both of you and say, split up? What's the plan?
We gotta find what we're looking for. So yeah, I think split up and divide and conquer. And then Luken, you still remember the signal?
Yeah, of course.
Cole looks at the both of you. Asher says, we've got it. We'll take this one. We'll take the near one. You take the far one?
Yep.
All right. And you both split off in different directions. You go into the first room, and after you are in a long hallway in which there are doors maybe every 15 feet on both sides. Some of them are closed, some of them are open. The light is coming from just runes marked on the ceiling that provide this greenish white glow into the space, and doesn't seem to be completely activated at this moment. What do you guys do?
So Sahra is going to have her bow drawn, and she's going to start kind of kicking doors, almost like she's clearing the hallway.
As you walk in, the runes above you are like motion censored. So you walking in, they fully reach their brightness, kind of alerting you that maybe this room has like been vacant for a little bit. And you bust open the first door, and it is like a medical room. There is a bed in the center. There are a couple of monitoring devices, but it is otherwise empty. You get to the second room, same thing. You open the third room, and there is a teenager on the bed. There are a couple of arcane runes on their skin that allow them to be like monitored, kind of like applied like bandages on top of gauze that allows them to be monitored. They don't seem to be responsive to you coming in. They have like sandy red hair and are like quite tall and lanky, but they are the only person in this room.
And you said they're not responsive?
They're not responsive to you busting open the door.
Okay. I'm going to approach very cautiously and look to see if there's any kind of chart or anything that can tell me this person's name or any identification.
You have a chart. The name on the chart is Veska Nalorn. And quickly give me a knowledge check to kind of understand and glean what you can from the chart as quickly as possible.
16 with hope.
You see that the individual has been labeled as, you see like a spot for what you ascertain to be like magically inert, and that is left blank. You have a spot that says to the effect of like innate talent, also left blank. You do see a spot that labels them as like infertile. And then you see a number of notes saying that they are prone to bouts of fainting and experience have out-of-body experiences regularly. The outside, I'm going to spend a fear. You hear a door open in the hallway outside. I assume, Luken, you are inside the room?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to... This person does not appear to be dangerous or appear to be a threat in any way.
Correct.
So I'm going to look at Luke and I say, let's go ahead and leave.
We gotta move.
Yeah, let's keep going. And just kind of shut the door behind me.
The instant you all go outside, you hear a sound of like glass breaking, and you all need to make a strength or agility saving throw. Sorry, a strength or agility reaction roll.
Is what we're doing here trying to find a safe place to hide?
You guys are on extraction.
Okay,
you were trying to find the Incarnate King. That is your only purpose.
But not this. I could not even categorize this specific thing we are doing.
Correct.
As finding a
Yeah.
temporary safe place to hide.
You're trying to beat a 14.
Damn. 10.
It's a 19.
All right. So, sorry, you failed, and Luken, you succeeded. Luken, you can spend a stress to take no damage. It is 10 magic damage.
Okay.
I already take half of that, right?
No. You can spend a stress to take... Oh, sorry. Yes, you can spend a stress to take no damage. Sorry.
And it wouldn't be half of the 1 HP damage, it would be half of 10
Correct.
down to 5. So I would take 1 no matter what.
Yes.
So I am going to spend the stress to
Okay.
take no HP damage.
Okay. I get 1 HP damage.
Both of you pull back into the room and know that someone is outside being like, "You aren't supposed to be here."
I am not interested in having a conversation with this person. I'm not interested in trying to reason with them. So I'm just gonna pull out my bow again,
Yep.
try to shoot him.
Go ahead.
That's 18 with hope? No, more than that. 18.
That's
20.
a hit. It's a hit.
Yeah, okay. So 10 damage.
You launch your arrow, and the person in the hallway tries to jump to the side, but you adjust quickly and clip their forearm pretty badly. You see them reaching for another vial of faith. What do you do?
I close the distance at a sprint, and while sprinting, cock my arm back and take a swing to hit them hard enough that they cannot grab that faith and use it.
Yep, go ahead.
A 9 and a 6 just looks like a crit, but it isn't. It is with hope, though, so that's nice. 15, 18 with...
That is a hit.
Yep. 21 damage.
With that, they are knocked unconscious. You see that the door that they came from is a much larger room than the like small like pseudo hospital rooms that you have been in prior to this. Walking in, there are these long cylindrical tubes that stretch from the floor to the ceiling. There are 6 of them, each of which have, at first glance, you think it looks like faith, but on second glance, it seems to be almost a shallow light. There aren't a lot of other words to describe it. It seems like if you were to push it, the light, like gossamer, would be flimsy and bend to your will. The faintest breeze would shift the light inside, almost like, do you remember those like glittery things that you would hold and you could like shift the glitter around, or like a kaleidoscope? It almost looks like that on the inside. And there are a number of runes etched on the top and bottom that blink and fade with light. There are parchments on the wall that dictate notes. This looks like a room dedicated to deep arcana study and knowledge.
Look, I know they said we weren't supposed to spend a lot of time studying, gathering information, that's a bonus. We should take a quick look and see if there's anything here we can take back with us, right?
I mean, sure, if we want to be fast about it.
Yeah, very fast about it.
Both of you give me agility checks as you just start grabbing things, not looking at them, and just shoving them into your bag. I think that is kind of the approach.
That was a 13 with hope.
Same. 13.
Love that for both of you.
That's kind of a crit.
Yeah. You are just shoving books, everything you can into these bags that you kind of have on these like supply bags that you have, dumping out things that are now no longer necessary to make room for more of these notes and annotations. Luken, you get to the kind of last tube, and there is a blood bag attached, and that is kind of pouring in one tube and out the other, allowing it to mix with whatever is inside of these large cylinders with this like gossamer arcana inside. It seems to be suffusing the blood with whatever is inside of here. The notes on this area are much more extensive and lists out a patient in room B16.
Is it possible for me to detach the blood bag without blood spilling everywhere?
You can roll for it. This is going to be a finesse roll.
All right. Well, we're gonna try and take the magic blood. That's not gonna do it. That's a 9 with fear.
You detach the blood bag, and at first, blood just starts spilling out of the output end.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
We gotta go.
After the blood kind of filters all the way through, the magic arcana that's in the tubes also starts to pour out. Immediately, the room is filled with this acrid, sour smell in the air. It smells something like a meatloaf left out days too long, and also like sucker sweet.
Ugh.
The stench is repelling. I'm going to have both of you mark a stress. I'm going to spend, as a part of that roll, I'm going to have you both mark a stress.
But yeah, I think we gotta go.
We gotta go to B16.
Yeah. Do we have a way to communicate with Asher outside of in person right now? If we were to give the signal, would there be a way to do it other than yell at him?
I think the trigger signal that you have right now is Pelican.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And doing so will trigger the telepathic connections that you have with that side.
Cool.
Okay.
Like, I think you were kind of part of the debrief, part of the briefing was, they're expecting magical suppression. And because of that, they don't want to trust any type of unnecessary communications aside from like one very strong signal. Everyone will hear Pelican, not just you two and the other extraction team. Everyone will hear Pelican, and that means it's like time to pull out.
Cool.
So they're basically like, we can't risk them catching on that we're telepathically communicating. They'll shut it down. You get one blast.
You get one word, they will then shut it down.
Yes.
But that's I got it.
That's the operation that you guys are going in on.
Yes.
You guys exit the door, and you notice that all of these kind of have a number written on them, leading you to believe that you have to go deeper and find a way down.
Yeah.
Harry's going to go see the first senator, Olin Pinneray.
First Senator Olin's office is at the top of the Senate building, and you make your way up there. As you go up, you see it is hustle and bustle time.
Yeah.
People are whipping votes, understanding where they're going to cast, reading. You have aides reading amendments to folks. It is a busy space. People notice you as you were walking around.
Sure. I grabbed a couple of probably 5 platoon members too.
Yes.
You
are under armed guard.
Yeah.
You get to Senator Plenary's office, and their administrative assistant, they have 2 of them, are kind of sitting outside. They see you and say, Senator Pinch, hello.
Hello, how are you? I need to see First Senator.
I understand. Can I a little bit about what you're here?
Yeah, it has to do with the giant resolution that's happening today. I have some updates that they need to know about.
Let him in. You hear Senator Plenary inside, just kind of immediately allowing you to come in.
You boys can wait out here.
The first senator's office is very much like Constantine's, a little austere. You know Olin to be a well-rounded woman. She has served in her seat for a number of terms, despite the fact that she comes from a fairly small town on the east side of Venithar. She is a political guru because she rarely chooses sides. She has kind of curried the favor of many by not offending, not being too offensive, not being too abrasive. I think from time to time, just past history between the two of you, she has shut you down from rocking the boat too much.
Sure.
She often gets chosen because of her kind of neutral status across the board. When you walk in, you see that she is hurriedly handing memos to her third assistant, kind of passing those out, and says, Senator Pinch, Herry, please, I don't have any coffee to offer you. I apologize. You understand this is a busy time?
Yep, I've had plenty. We're all set.
Are you well before we get down to business?
Absolutely not. Are you?
I think I'm better off than you are somehow. You might be the only individual who might not be better off than I am.
Yep. It's not great. Remind me, switching out loadout. Does it have to be short rest? Or is it just
you can do it in the midst, but you have to pay the price.
Take the stress off of it. I'm going to switch on my loadout, get rid of my stuff that I gave to everyone else, and bring in my Tell No Lies spell.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask the assistant, can we have just a few minutes, please?
Senator Plenary gives the nod, and the assistant walks out.
Great. Where are your allegiances, First Senator?
Oh, Harry, I have so many.
Today.
I have every intention of pushing forward this bill in a number of states are acceptable to me. Mm-hmm. I think today is the first step in a long trek of work that we have to overcome.
Can I have been casting Tell No Lies on her?
The instant I'm going to need I
can use subtle spell.
I'm going to need a high roll. I'm going to say a 22.
Okay. Can I use the subtle spell?
Yes.
I'm going to use my cane.
Yep.
So that's +8.
Going for 22.
What is 17 plus 8? Yeah, that's more than...
Yeah.
That's more, with fear.
You begin casting as she's answering, and her hand moves to a device below her desk.
Yeah.
Seeing you cast something, say what you will about First Senator Plenary. She, even with your subtle cast, this woman is smart.
Totally.
She is in her position for a reason. She gets the things done that truly need to get done.
Yep.
She is aware that you are casting a spell. She also clocks what you are casting and says, Senator Pinch, we aren't going to begin this relationship with trust if you feel that you have to cast a spell for me to tell the truth.
There's a lot of people that I need to cast things to tell the truth.
I am not a member of Custodia Sanguis. My allegiances are to the Senate of Venithar second, and to Venithar as a country first.
That was a successful roll, so the spell worked.
She is telling the truth.
So that's true. Wonderful. I apologize. First, let's then reset. I'm sorry that I felt that I had to do that and that I did that without your permission.
These are unique times, and I understand the need here.
Can I tell if the illusionists have gotten here?
I think it's fair to assume that they have.
Yeah. So you've spoken to the illusionists. You've seen the scrying on the back of the bills that Mother Demeris was passing out?
Yes. It seems as though the priesthood of Iracinda has been taken advantage of. That is the position that I'm currently standing on.
Sure.
They have quite thoroughly been trounced, but I do not, as of now, believe that the entire cult of Iracinda is...
Church.
Sorry, a misspoke on my part. Glad I did that here in front of you and not in front of others.
Yes.
The entire Church of Iracinda is not wholeheartedly behind this, but they have been thoroughly compromised.
Yes, the head of their church. Let's be specific. Mother Demeris was passing this out.
I understand.
I have reason to believe. I agree and was advised by a dear friend today not to ostracize 100% of all churches. So I will do my best to take heed of his warnings and his suggestions. However, I believe the vote is in a place where they're going to vote it through regardless. I don't think we have to give Mother Demeris or any of the folks on the Council of Faith a goddamn thing. I believe we can take out any favorable language towards any of the faiths and still get this vote passed.
Give me a persuasion check.
You got a friend or anything like that?
I won't accept you've got a friend. I will accept Senator.
Okay. 21 on the die plus 3. So that negates it. Plus another 3. So that's 27 with hope.
I believe we've come to the same conclusion. I have to consider, though, how this will land amongst the populace.
Yeah.
We are merely representatives, and it is our prerogative to represent them. We can't be like the Council of Faith and just know and whip our votes together to achieve our agenda. We also must consider the needs of the people. And whether you and I like it or not, I recognize a peer in you. Gods and faith are real.
Yes.
Their priority in our lives are for us to decide.
Yes.
Not for them to decide.
Yes.
That was, if I may say, a ballsy fucking move of yours. Do you understand how that? No, this is not the time. This is not the time.
That was roll with hope.
Closes her eyes. She closes her eyes and rubs her forehead a little bit. Yes, I support this move.
Yes.
The king is beloved. It seems as though if we are to allow any of these amendments to stick, to reflect the wills of the people, it would be allowing the king an important seat on the Senate.
I think that's fine. I don't think an important seat is fine. I'm with you on a seat, but I believe you are seeing the polling information. You are seeing the information that I'm seeing. Winds of change are upon us. We have an opportunity today that we probably will never have again. And I believe the Senate has the best chance of not being wrangled and manipulated, as problematic and complex as it is.
I assume you have a version of the bill you would like to push forward?
Herry pulls out. Effectively kind of what he pitched a little bit to Asher.
Keeper, this is a big change.
Yeah. It's still...
This is a whole other bill.
A little bit.
A little bit?
The bones are there.
Bit?
The bones are there. Beanie wrote most of this. You and I both know it's there. You and I both know it's
Some
there.
Some of my numbers come from...
Yeah, 100%.
I know that my assistants are copying.
So you know this is sound. You know I wouldn't present this if I didn't believe wholeheartedly we didn't have the votes.
Do only... Yes. It is a matter of... I have a motion to put the existing bill on the floor. Yep. I can't pull the existing bill. You can't pull the existing bill. Only the submitter can. You need to talk to Constantine.
Great.
That's never the reaction I have when I have to talk to Constantine.
Well, I'm in his circle, so it's...
You deal with him far more than I could ever want.
Yes. Okay. I appreciate this. I will go do my best with Constantine.
I have increased the security on the Senate.
Great.
I have prepared the floor for the bill to be submitted by Constantine. Only Constantine can submit this bill per senatorial rules.
He can only revoke it or pull it.
He can pull his existing one to give you space for this one.
Okay. Great. Well, I guess we got to go see Connie.
I am...
Yes. I mean proverbial.
Thank you.
I'll talk soon. Thank you.
Pinch.
Yes, sir.
If you fuck this up, you won't get another chance. You understand that, correct?
It's all or nothing today. Herry whistles on his way out of the office.
You make your way down to Constantine's office. You are getting swiftly close to the point where those senators who maybe have some time anxiety or view their roles as a little bit more social are already making their way to the formal Senate floor.
Yeah.
It is a detached part of this building, allowing them to have a little bit more security and things like that. So you see a lot of people shuffling their way out or ready to make some final signs and dots on the line. So the building is starting to clear out a little bit more. Still full of people, but everyone's on a mission to get out. You are kind of a salmon against stream right now, walking towards Connie's door. The platoon, the 4 members with you, kind of make their way. You get to Connie's office. You see Becky inside. She's kind of sitting up and says, "Oh,
hi, Becky.
Hi, Senator
I'm
Pinch.
so sorry about the coffee incident yesterday."
I totally understand. My apologies for kind of trying to make you handle that situation.
I made the mess. I should have done it. Is Connie busy?
Yes, Connie's very busy right now.
Yeah, who's he with?
He's just busy preparing.
Wonderful. Walks in.
Becky will get in front of you.
Levitate. Cast Levitate on Becky.
Okay.
Spellcast roll.
Yep.
What's her evasion?
10.
Let's see. That is a 10 on the die, plus 3 with fear.
Floats a little bit off the ground. Senator Pinch,
And then
please.
walks under Becky and walks in.
You see Constantine, his hands tied behind his back, his fingers broken.
Mm-hmm.
You feel a wand pressed up against you, and barely audible, you hear Bastion's voice. You're going to walk into the room. You're going to close the door quietly. Give me a instinct roll to quickly ascertain anything else in the room.
That is a 7. That's an 8 with hope.
Okay.
Herry walks in, closes the door, and takes a look at Bastion.
Bastion was clearly in the fight last night. His face is bruised. The hand holding the wand is shaking a little bit, and you see he has his hand on a dagger at his side. It is a light knife.
Mm-hmm.
Where he got it, you don't know. He looks desperate. He's sweating, and he says, "Herry, take a seat. We're going to have a conversation." And we'll cut back to. You all have found the stairwell and are making your way down. Again, the kind of motion sensor rune lights are triggering as you work your way down. This stairwell is going deep. This is not what you would anticipate to be kind of stories below. You make several wraparounds before you come to these two doors that have a very clear arcane lock on them.
I pull out one of my 2 remaining vials of faith and say, "Hey, I think I can undo this, Sahra. Stand back."
Sahra steps back and puts her hands up.
I once again uncap the vial, empty my mind, and communicate with the faith that I would like this lock to disappear.
Give me a spellcasting roll, so strength, and you have advantage.
It's really good. With hope.
It's really good.
It's over 20-something. I'm not doing math anymore.
The arcane lock cracks at the force of your prayer and busts open. Immediately, alarms start going off inside of the building where you are. This undulating sound and the lights that were previously this white-greenish turn a red. You see in front of you a long hallway with a series of arcane barriers between you and the end of the hallway. The arcane barriers are mostly transparent, but because of they're layered, it's hard to see exactly what's at the end of the hallway.
Okay. Is there any sign of Asher anywhere?
You have not seen Asher. This looks like you were the first persons to come through this space.
Okay. I think we need to duck inside this door that we just opened.
Yeah, I think the alarm going off means we're probably going the right way, right?
I figure. All right, let's go.
Do we see any kind of mechanism that would let us turn off these arcane barriers?
Give me an instinct roll.
Ooh, good call.
That is a 19 with fear.
There are runes on runes on runes etched into the wall on both sides of the barriers. It looks like it takes 2 people to trigger them, but they are advanced rune sets. Whoever did this is a very high-level arcanist.
We can try to turn the alarm off, or should we just go in and prioritize?
Alarm's already going right now, right? They already know we're here.
Then let's go in.
These barriers, do I see is there a pen or something I can throw to see if the barrier zaps you when you go through it?
Yeah, you can.
I'd like to test what happens when you go through these barriers.
The first barrier, immediately, the piece of paper that you wad up from your evidence bag, you toss into the barrier, and it immediately ignites on fire. And the only thing that passes through it is ash.
So I don't think we can just walk through. Is this where we give the signal? Get Asher over here, see if he can help undo all of this? The signal is, we found what we're looking for. It isn't the we need out right away signal, right? Because we know where the teleportation circle is. They know we're here, so they can cut us off. If this isn't a hallway to something they don't want found, I don't know what is.
Yeah, and I don't have any way of getting through this on my own.
I think it's time to bring Asher back into play. Pelican!
You say this and immediately become aware of where everyone in the team is. There's the second where you feel Asher and Soulguard Cole. It seems like Soulguard Cole has been injured. Asher's doing his best to heal him. You feel 3 people dying on the surface. You feel individuals coordinating the and maintaining the teleportation circle. For a brief second, you are like a hive mind, and you are aware of where everyone is and what everyone's doing, and then immediately it's shut off. For that brief second, I think you feel a little bit of like a turbulence from just kind of being suddenly connected to everyone so thoroughly. Asher built this telepathic connection, and he did not fuck around. We're assuming we're in a magic suppression space, and so we have to really shoot for the moon in order to ensure that it works, and he might have overshot it a little bit. I'm going to spend a fear to cost you both a stress from that connection, and you snap back to as it is cut off. There's now suppression magic happening. Arcane suppression, I can spend 2 fear to start a countdown. This has begun. While the countdown is active, any character attempting to use magic must spend a stress in order to attempt that magic. Doing so decreases the countdown by 1. There are some other things that I can do while this is up, but for right now, any magic, including like prayers, any contact with the arcane will cost an additional stress, but will move this countdown down.
Does that count for primal?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Countdown is currently at 8.
While we wait for Asher,
Let's dig through some of this
get here.
stuff and see if anything's helpful.
Yeah, I think we continue to look around here, see what we can uncover.
Truly nothing else here.
No, like dig through the stuff that we took from that other room.
Yes. You start digging through. Both of you give me instinct rolls. Or knowledge rolls, sorry.
20 with hope.
15 with hope.
Yeah. We all flip Justin off.
I will say, and this is going to sound like a total butt, the difficulty is 16.
Okay.
You start looking through your papers. A lot more of the blood got into your bag than you had expected. But it does look like it's important papers. So you can't read it, but someone who's going to be able to pull the blood stains out of this sure will find some important things on these sheets. You're sure of it. Your papers are clean of blood, Sahra.
Look, I was told to extract, not to read, okay?
It looks like what they're doing is called soul grafting. They have discovered that when the incarnate king's soul inhabits a body, it changes that body so that they are what we would understand to be a sorcerer. They have studied that process and believe that they can replicate it and have been attempting to replicate it over the past few decades. Things that they have mastered. They know what the end product needs to look like. They also know that younger people are more prone to successful soul grafts. The older a person is, the more difficult the soul graft is, and the more likely for failure there is. What does failure look like? On an adult, 30% of the people who undergo soul grafting are infertile afterwards. That is the only ramification. 15% become magically inert. 10% become magically sensitive is what they describe it as. And 5% are successfully grafted. These numbers improve if the person is a newborn, resulting in 15% hope successfully becoming soul grafted. You have multiple pages about the ritual of soul grafting. essentially making a copy of whatever the incarnate soul does to the physical body and the mind of a person. The ritual that conducts that is spread over the 70 to 80 pages of content that you have stuffed into your bag.
So, okay. So they're making a copy of the soul and imprinting. No.
Nope. When
Sorry.
imagine it like a person's body is a square.
Uh-huh.
The immortal soul is a circle. When the immortal soul gets pushed into the square, it makes the square into a circle. That making a square into a circle is the magic that is encompassed in the 70 pages. They're not making a circle soul that they can move between places. That's what the immortal soul is, the incarnate king. What they're doing is just learning how to make a square into a circle. And they're right, at most for an adult, 5% of the time.
Okay.
The other thing you would take away is that the amount of magic, whether it's faith magic, just raw arcane magic, it takes to undergo and conduct this ritual is extreme. We're talking a minimum of 10th, 11th level characters are capable of doing this level of magic, and then it taxes them. So this is an extremely powerful spell, and the success rate is minimal.
Yeah.
But what it is essentially turning a square into a circle, rewriting what we would understand to be, this is genetic altering.
Okay.
But in magical world.
Okay. Yeah. And so they're using the incarnate king. They have to use that.
It is a little unclear, aside from studying the incarnate king and continuing. Great question. What is the role of the incarnate king in this? It looks like the blood of the incarnate king helps bridge some gaps, increases the success rate of this ritual. The second thing is the more they study about his soul and the impact it has on the body, the more they're able to refine this process and improve how it goes. Essentially, the more they understand his genetics, the more they're able to replicate those genetics.
Okay. All right.
Look, we can sit here and try and read our way out of this. What do you say we try and deactivate some of these barriers ourselves?
I'm in if you're in.
All right, let's give it a shot. What do you know about runes?
Yeah, can I roll to see what I know about runes?
Yep, give me a knowledge.
Oofa. 8, 9, 10, 11 with fear.
That is a failure with fear.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You walk up to these runes. They are extremely advanced. They are equally likely to keep something in as keep something out. And it looks like they punish failure. They themselves, one of the layers of the runes on runes is designed to discourage misuse.
And there's not like an obvious like off switch?
Correct.
Okay, well.
Okay, well, let's try. You put your hand on one end, and I will put my hand on the other end, and then we'll complete the circuit. So then we hold hands.
We hold hands, okay. We do this and
we close our eyes.
and what we try, like, should we try and like channel something into that? Like,
I mean, you have connections with faith magic. I've got connections with primal magic. The same way that you would normally channel your magic. Just, we're going to try it on this.
Yeah, okay. We're going to try and channel some magic into this to see if we can undo the runes.
The connections you make, you open yourselves up to your magic. Go ahead and give me spell casting rolls.
Are they with disadvantage because of the countdown?
They are both with disadvantage. I will lower my countdown by 2.
Okay, so what does that mean? Do I roll another one?
D6 and you subtract it.
Okay, got it. It's a 6 with fear.
Mine is a...
Oh, wait, but more than that. 6, 9, but 9 with fear.
I am actually going to use my fairy once per session, spend 3 hope, and re-roll my duality dice.
Okay.
I don't think I re-roll my disadvantage die. I think I'm stuck with that.
Yep.
It's a failure with hope this time. Well, I assume failure. Sorry. It is a 9 plus 3 is 12, an 8 with hope.
You push your various primal magic and faith magic into what is essentially like arcane runes. And I think your failure in this moment is not your inability to override them. It is your inability to stop the repercussions. Immediately, your skin feels like it's on fire, and you take 14 magic damage that cannot be prevented by armor.
God, shit! I do you pull your hand back from a hot stove and like shake it out thing, but my whole body, like I jump back and...
The barrier in front of you has flickered off.
Okay.
And you sense that it is recharging.
Okay. So I'm going to run in before it pops up behind me.
You have passed the first barrier.
Same.
There are 4 more between you.
I still have all my papers.
Yes.
All right. Try the same approach again. I'm gonna chuck another piece of paper.
Yeah, see what this one does.
I try to find one that's like less bloody than the others.
Yes. You do a test. This one, it turns the paper to stone, and it just clunks down on the ground on the other side.
Okay.
Does the barrier go all the way to the ceiling?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I won't know if I can fly over unless I ask.
The barrier behind you is recharging.
Okay. Sahra is currently hurting. I've only got 3 HP left.
The barrier behind you is recharging.
Yeah. We just got to keep going, I think. I think it's...
Yep.
Until we have a way to actually turn this whole thing off, time is of the essence here. I think we just got to try again on this one. We learned from the first one. I think we know it's going to hurt if we fail. So I think we do the same thing and try not to fail.
All right.
Okay.
It's rolling at disadvantage again?
Yep.
I am going to do nothing ventured, nothing gained,
Okay.
and spend a hope to get +3,
Yep.
but we're still with disadvantage. So it's
Yeah,
really
I'm
just
going to
trying to...
spend a hope for connected to my roots for magic.
That's a crit.
Oh, good work. So I got a 13 with hope.
Okay. You push in the same way you did before, but expecting what's coming. Luken, I think you really apply some oomph to this and override the system such that I will allow you to get through fine. You just mark a stress as Luken compensates on his side with ultimately a lucky moment. The barrier in front of you goes down.
Did that take away 2 more from the countdown?
Yes, thank you. You go into the next area, and I'm going to spend a fear, and 2 things happen. You are now much closer to the end of the hallway and can start to see that there is someone standing at the end of the hallway. Behind you, the fire barrier goes back up.
Do you want to try and talk to him?
Sure, yeah. Hello? Are you okay in there?
Let me out! And the walls on all sides shake, and the barrier in front of them disappears.
Ooh.
Cracks along the walls and the ceiling and on the sides appear. It looks like they are forcing their way through these spaces by just breaking the building. You can see much more clearly now the person as they walk towards the next barrier. She is a stout shorter woman. Her hair is thin. Her skin is taut and pale. Her eyes are constantly moving around her. All the way up her hand, it looks like she is made of pastels. The edges of where her hand and the air around her start and stop seem to be undulating and moving. Not like her skin is moving, but more as though her hand could be at any one of those places at any given time. She is wearing a simple white, almost like medical robe. There are no adornments on her. Something about her eyes looks young, but her body looks like it has aged far beyond what the years would allow. She, even as she moves towards the next barrier, has to hold herself up against the wall. And when she does, the wall takes on that pastel blur around her. She does not seem to be registering you all as anything other than people. She does not look to you with hope. She does not look to you with fear. She is looking at this barrier and muttering under her breath.
Luken, this is her.
It's her, but she doesn't seem like she wants to talk to us.
Definitely not. The other problem is when we get to her...
I'm going to spend a fear. Another shake hits the wall as she grips her hand in. I need you both make agility reaction rolls. Trying to beat a 16.
18 for me.
7.
7 damage as chunks of stone fall from the ceiling. This is not a moment to talk. This is a moment to react.
I help you back to your feet. Sorry, like I reach out my hand, help you back up. What do you want to do?
We gotta contain her somehow. I'm gonna call on Aminette. See what my little buddy can do for me.
Give me an instinct roll with disadvantage. I will lower this by 1.
15 with hope.
You hear Aminette's voice far away from you.
I'm coming, child. What is it you need of me?
I found her. I found the incarnate king, and we need to contain her. We need to subdue her.
I'm coming.
Herry walks in calmly, slowly, closes the door behind him, and looks towards Connie, and looks towards Bastion, and has this giant sigh. Connie, oh my God, what? Bastion, is this really what you... And throws his copy of his proposed resolution kind of towards the desk, away from him, towards Connie. And I'm going to use my Bard... I'm going to spend 3 hope to use my Bard Hope feature, Make a Scene, to temporarily distract a target within close range, giving them a -2 penalty to their difficulty. And then I'm going to, while Bastion is distracted and guard down a little, I'm going to pull out the light knife that I took from the lighthouse last night and stab Bastion.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Actually, don't know what.
I would say it's finesse.
It's 11 with hope.
You make a stab with the light knife, and Bastion deflects it with his own. The sparks from the light knives fire, temporarily blinding both of you. You both fall to the ground. That is a failure. I'm going to go. He is going to try and disarm you.
Physically?
Yeah.
Cool.
Go ahead and make a strength roll. Strength against strength. 14.
That will be a 12 with hope.
He disarms you. Your light knife hits the ground, and he holds his up to you and says, "Where is my wife? Give me my wife back. You're fucking all of this up, you stupid idiot. We have everything in place. We've worked for this moment, and you're fucking it up."
Herry casts Runic Circle. Mark a stress to create a temporary magical circle on the ground where you stand. All adversaries within melee range, or who enter with melee range, take 2d12 plus 4 magic damage and are knocked back to very close range. So Herry slams his staff down. A runic circle, a bright light circle, pops all around his immediate. He's going to take 2d12 damage and also get pushed back. So that'll be 17 plus 4. So that's 21 damage to Bastion. And then Harry's going to holler, "Bram Glenn in here!"
Bastion gets thrown back against the bookcase behind him. All of Constantine's knickknacks that he has collected hit the ground and shatter. Bastion realizes in this moment that his time is limited. And I'm going to spend a fear to take back the spotlight, and I'm going to attack. It's a 24.
Yeah, that'll certainly hit.
When Bastion makes a successful attack against a PC, I gain a fear. That is 12 plus 2 magic damage.
Okay.
The knife goes into, I think you probably put an arm up to deflect, get anything between the knife and anything vital. And the instant the knife pierces your skin, your body's flooded with light. Out of your eyes, mouth, light pours out, and you are now vulnerable for the remainder of the scene.
Great.
Which gives me an additional d6 when attacking you.
Cool. He takes another 16 damage and is blown back to very close range.
By the magic circle?
Yep. He runs into the barrier to stab me.
16 damage.
And is immediately blasted back into the bookshelf where he came from. With that, Herry actually runs to Constantine's phone, picks up, calls his office, and yells, "Beatty, med kit to Connie's office now!"
You would be aware of this. You have the same panic button. Every senator's desk has the same panic button that you saw Plenary try to reach for. You smash that button. A number of things happen all at once. Immediately, all magic in the room is canceled.
Incredible.
And the light knives go out.
Incredible.
The magic circle expires. You see a number of objects that Constantine had on the wall magically up, fall to the ground and smash. You see something that was holding Constantine in place.
Yeah.
Also relinquishes in a second.
Yeah.
And he kind of falls to the ground.
Yeah.
Released from this magical binding. You see Bastion's body deflates a little bit.
Yeah.
Something was holding him magically enhanced as well. Yeah. Whatever magic you might have just on you, your wand stops working. All of those things kind of deflate in this moment. And the room suddenly feels staler.
Yeah.
An alarm goes off.
Yeah.
Immediately you hear Bram open the door, draws his sword, holds up, immediately sees you in distress. They flood the room.
I point to Bastion.
He is like pushing back against them. "Get the fuck off me! Let me go! Let me go! Where's my wife? This man has captured my wife!" Constantine gets up and says, "This fucker," and he goes to cast a spell, and it immediately deflates in his hand.
I hit the button. It's fine. It's very cool. This fucker. That's very cool. Why don't you take a seat? We've got help coming on the way. And then do the guards get Bastion kind of under control?
They get Bastion under control. They pull him out into the hallway. Becky says, I'm so sorry. I was so scared.
Go sit down. I don't know what your deal is. Herry walks up towards Bastion as he's going and being like, last time I saw you, I was convinced the dopey brother-in-law routine was a ruse. It's wild to know that it was true. And just walks away.
You fucker. I'll show you, dopey. You're all gonna lose. This is all just a part of the plan. You are ours. You're gonna get the bad end of all of this. I just know it.
Harry has closed the door. Is gone. Yeah.
You're absolutely not gonna get away with this.
Connie, are you okay? Harry just starts to try and do whatever little bit of medical help he can to just stop any bleeding.
I feel absolutely horrible.
I believe it. You look fine. You look great.
Oh, it's just
you
came in and just accosted.
Wild. Yeah, he's an idiot.
Oh.
It could have. You'd think he would shave the beard for this.
It looks horrible.
It looks terrible.
I feel horrible.
Yes, we've got help coming on your way. I do need one more thing for you, though.
Another thing for me? Harry,
yes, you have one more piece of work. Yes, you have one more piece of work.
What was this all this? Who is that man? Why is he talking about his wife?
He's a bad person. It's quite clear. Yeah, he does. It actually isn't super relevant right now. What I need you to do is actually remove your amendment, your bill.
What are you talking about?
We're actually submitting. Pinneray and I met and talked. We're actually moving some more aggressive pro-Senate amendments into this. And Harry grabs his papers. He's like, I need you to withdraw yours so I can submit mine.
Give me a presence roll. This is going to be a 16. This is moving quite quickly for Constantine.
You've got a friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're old buds. He's old, I'm buds. So that's 16, 19, 22 with fear.
That is a success with fear. Constantine says, don't you think this is kind of hasty, Harry?
No, it's not. It's actually, we have to pass something today.
I can't put another bill forward now.
I just showed you. I have another one. I'm going to put...
I haven't had time to read it, Harry.
Would you like me to read it to you right now? We have time.
Would you be so kind as to
read? Take a seat. Take a seat.
I need a glass of wine right now. Oh, you've smashed my carafe with your rowdiness.
Yes.
Oh, This is just turning out to be the worst day, and I've planned for this for years.
Would you like to submit the new one so you could have your name on it?
Would you do that for me, Harry?
Absolutely. I don't need the credit.
Would you do that for me?
Absolutely. For you, Connie, Annie. But you have to remove yours and submit the next.
I'll remove mine and submit a new one. It'll be like I was young again.
Exactly. And here it is. It's full of vigor and youth.
Don't bring it close to me.
Okay. All right.
Read it to me from over there in a quiet voice.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to lounge in this shay that I have.
Yes,
been damaged.
You just relax.
Don't you talk to Becky so rudely.
She tried to keep me out of here. She was going to let you die.
She was going to let me die?
I guess she was trying to block me from entering. We might need a new Becky.
I think we need a new Becky.
That's right. We'll deal with Becky.
I should take away her PTO.
Let's get into this. Yes, absolutely. I think she's used it all
I'm
anyway.
Getting comfortable.
Yes, okay.
Slippers.
All right.
You've been listening to Faith and Fortune by Theater of the Mindset. Our actual players this season are Steve Edinger, Shelby Myers, Nick Traeger, and your kind and generous GM, Justin Gerardot. Audio engineering, post-production, and scoring is done by Nick Traeger at Studio 3607. If you're enjoying the show, you can help us grow with no capital investment by sharing it with a friend, following us on Instagram and Reddit, writing us a review on your favorite podcatcher, or you can chip in for coffee at our Patreon. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week on Theater of the Mindset.